Opponent is
Yo.
yet.
They want Devin. They want Devin, as far as I know. If they want Devin, I'm down.
Okay, that would be incredible because I do want to ask you. There was a man named Jose El Rayo Valenzuela on Twitter. Can I ask? Have they told you? Can I ask? Have they told you when your debut for them will be?
I'm thinking like around like October.
Okay, and have they told you who the opponent is yet?
They want Devin. They want Devin, as far as I know. If they want Devin, I'm down.
Okay, that would be incredible because I do want to ask you. There was a man named Jose El Rayo Valenzuela on Twitter who said that he is your first fight, and then you called him out and said, no, you're not. Where is he coming up with this?
I don't know who he's talking to. I can't tell you, but at the end of the day, a fighter has to say yes and a fighter has to say no, and that's how boxing works. And I'm not saying yes to Rayo because that doesn't like entertain me. I like to be entertained. I want to get in there and have something to fight for. And I feel like Rayo ain't really do enough to where I'm like, okay, let's go fight Rayo. Like he's not really no big name. I'll be more interested in fighting Gary Antoine Russell. I think Gary Antoine Russell beat the shit out of Rayo. So why wouldn't I fight against him rather than Rayo?
But you're mentioning Devin, like, so we're talking big fights off the bat.
Yeah, that's what I want. But I'm just saying, like, say I can't get that fight, I would rather go.
My thing is this, all right? So let me interject real quick. So you had people, because it's a little bit lengthy clip. So you had people saying that Shakur Stevenson ran over to Zuffa to avoid competition. So he go over to Zuffa and he calls out Gary Anton Russell, which Gary Anton Russell then says he don't want to fight Shakur until last. Well, I want to fight Gary Anton Russell now. Then why would you go over to Zuffa and and try to fight Gary Anton Russell? You know what I'm saying? Why are you going across the street to call out somebody? And maybe PBC would be willing to do it. You know, I know they don't work with Turkey though. I mean, they don't fuck with Eddie apparently. Because Eddie will let them steal AJ, but that's another story for another day. I done told that story a couple times. So let's go.
With a fighter that I know is going to bring the best out of me.
What weight would the Devin fight be at?
144 is what we talked about.
And have you agreed to it?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Sure.
Have you signed?
Yeah.
For real?
Yeah.
Okay. And has he?
Oh, I don't know on his part.
Wait, so you signed a contract to fight Devin Haney in October?
I was told that, I'm not going to say signed, but I definitely verbally agreed that we're going to be fighting in October. And I told them, put my part down.
Which?
So here we go again. Did you sign or not sign it in Shakur? You know, why your smoke detector going off like a Keisha house? You know, you always see Keisha's doing these women doing their videos and the smoke detector be going off. My thing is this: if you sign to fight Devin, or I agreed to fight Devin, which one did you? You agreed or you signed? It's just not. We can't take his word no more because he lied so much. He didn't keep his word first shot. Lied about the Devin Haney promotion. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe it's just manner. Maybe it's just wordplay. Maybe it's just trolling the fans. But now, you know, your word is on the line and don't nobody believe you. And Bill said yesterday on Twitter that you didn't sign the fight. You lying. You need to agree. They like, well, drop the belt and we can fight. And it don't seem like they want to drop that belt right now, you know?
Which part of the country? East Coast? Newark?
I ain't gonna give out day plans. They gotta.
All right. But that's insane. So has Devin signed with them too? That was the rumor, but we haven't gotten the confirmation. Everyone suspects he's going to sign with them.
As far as I know, I don't know.
Okay.
I have no clue what Devin's doing. What's the holdup? I don't know. So
I see you guys going back and forth.
I just know here's how it really went. After my fight with Tio, I wasn't speaking on Devin. I didn't like bring up Devin. I didn't. None of that. And him and Bill constantly had mentioned me. And when they constantly mentioned me, I was chilling. I was minding my business. And now it's like, shit, y'all want to fight me? I'll fight y'all.
And I believe you. I saw Bill Haney tweet on July 13th, which is 2 days ago. Devin Haney doesn't need to drop anything first. Sign the 144-pound bout agreement or DHP moves on. And then you wrote, stop it. My part been signed. You see who I'm with. What do you mean by you see who I'm with?
I'm with Zuffa. They said, if you go listen to Bill said that Zuffa was the ones that want the deal. They are the people that want the fight to happen. So I want to sign with the people he was talking about.
And then you tweeted, trolling can only last so long. It's either me or Key, lose. Either way, now make y'all decision. Are you referring to Keyshawn Davis?
Yeah, Keyshawn Davis. He became their mandatory. And what actually happened, and this is the real storyline of it, is Keyshawn became their mandatory. And when Keyshawn became their mandatory, they started mentioning my name, like, oh, we want to fight Shakur. We'll fight the big bro. We'll fight the big bro. And once they did that is where it's like, I felt like they was kind of trying to run away from the Keyshawn, and they would rather lose to me than Keyshawn. So I'm like, shit, however y'all want it, I'm down. Like, if y'all say, oh, Shakur, then come see Shakur under them bright lights.
Oh, my gosh. And why 144?
Why 144? Because I'm not a 47-pounder. I just came up from 135 to 140. So if I'm going to move up to make the fight fair, I feel like he should be able to move 3 pounds down since he just fought Jose Ramirez at 144 with no problem.
Okay.
I'm gonna let this clip finish.
Okay. So can I ask, have they?
So my thing is this: he lies and contradicts himself so much. My thing is this: if you at the where I give it to them, no Diddy, however they want it. Okay, they wanted at 47. You say, oh no, it got to be at 44 because of it. He's not a great fighter. He lacks confidence. He lies so much.
Truthfully, yeah, it can happen. I just think it got to be at a reasonable weight, and I don't want no like rehydration clause. I don't want nothing that's gonna take away from me actually beating him. So, he could come in, long as he make the actual weight, I'll be with it. But it's gonna have to be a lot of testing. It's gonna have to be like some real testing, and I'm with it. Like, let's make it happen there.
The rehydration clause, that's some bullshit.
Yeah, I think. Care if you rehydrate to 170. I don't care. That don't make no difference in fights if you got the skills.
And that's you. Shakur Stevenson just be talking, bro. He sat there and said we can fight however they want to fight. But then he started talking about stipulation. He's just like, bro, he just be talking.
They started mentioning
he's a whole Keisha, the smoke detector going off like a Keisha, and he contradicts himself like a Keisha.
in my name, like, oh, we want to fight Shakur. We'll fight the big. Yeah, Keyshawn Davis. He became their mandatory, and what actually happened, and this is the real storyline of it, is Keyshawn became their mandatory, and when Keyshawn became their mandatory, they started mentioning my name, like, oh, we want to fight Shakur.
That's a lie. That's a lie. He just be lying. We know for a fact that Bill Haney said they have been negotiating this fight for 2 months. Keyshawn only became the mandatory in July, right? The WBO was like, yo, we're going to name Keyshawn the mandatory. People kept saying he was never the mandatory. Keyshawn was the number one contender for Shakur Stevenson belt. Most people believe that Shakur stole the fight with T.O. from Keyshawn. So Keyshawn, before even being number one, or being number one, they asked Keyshawn about fighting for the vacant IBF at 140. He rolled his eyes after the New York Albright fight. Before that, they asked him before he left 35, what about rematching with Raimondo Mortella? He said he don't want to pay no sanctioning belt fees, F the belts, all that stuff. Now all of a sudden, he fucked his career up by fucking up the Edwin De Los Santos fight. And he get put on the shelf because he left Top Rank some money. He had to go bend over and sell his soul to Jay Prince. And all of a sudden, they using you like the low man on the seniority pole. Keyshawn Davis don't want to fight. They never intended for Keyshawn Davis to fight Devin Haney. They anticipate Devin Haney will drop the belt. Keyshawn and Norman will fight for the title. It seemed like Bill is calling they snow on the bluff and they willing to fight Keyshawn. And guess what? If we win and bet on ourselves and fight Keyshawn, then we can turn around and still have the Shakur Stevenson fight with Zuffa on the table. So therefore, you can get Keyshawn and Shakur. He just lied. He said they had been negotiating this fight for 2 months before we even knew about it. Shakur lied about that. So basically, when they started negotiating this fight, Bill was on the record online multiple occasions saying and told Keyshawn on his FaceTime, we want to fight both of y'all. We want to put both of y'all in the fight deal. What did Jay Prince do? He made Keyshawn the mandatory to make Bill cough up the belt because he didn't want Devin beating up on Keyshawn and Shakur Stevenson. They want him to drop the belt and then Shakur still not fight him. Therefore, if Devin Haney beats Keyshawn Davis, Shakur, they really call the shots. At that point, hey, you know what? We don't want to fight Keyshawn. Y'all figure that shit out at Zuffa. We don't want to fight him. If he want to fight us, he can fight us at 47. That's what they plan. They're betting on themselves if they fight Keyshawn. They're betting on themselves. He just said, I'm gonna try to find that part where he just said, I'll give it to them however they want it.
I'm with Zuffa. They said, if you go listen to Bill said that Zuffa was the ones that want the deal. They are the people that want the fight to happen. So I wouldn't sign with the people he was talking about.
And then you tweeted, trolling can only last so long. It's either me or Key, lose either way. Now make y'all decision. Are you referring to Keyshawn Davis?
Yeah, Keyshawn Davis. He became a mandatory. And what actually happened, and this is the real storyline of it, is Keyshawn became their mandatory. And when Keyshawn became their mandatory, they started mentioning my name. Like, oh, we want to fight Shakur. We'll fight the big bro. We'll fight the big bro. And once they did that is where it's like, I felt like they was kind of trying to run away from the Keyshawn, and they would rather lose to me than Keyshawn. So I'm like, shit, however y'all want it, I'm down. Like, if y'all say, oh, Shakur, then come see Shakur under them bright lights.
Oh, my gosh. And why 144?
Why 144? Because I'm not a 47-pounder. I just came up from 135 to 140. So if I'm going to move up.
Specs he's going to sign with them.
As far as I know, I don't know.
Okay.
I have no clue what Devin's doing. What's the holdup? I don't know. So
I see you guys going back and forth.
I just know here's how it really went. After my fight with Tio, I wasn't even speaking on Devin. I didn't bring up Devin. I didn't none of that. And him and Bill constantly had mentioned me, and when they constantly mentioned me, I was chilling. I was minding my business.
But yo, today I ain't gonna lie, everybody look at me. Let's go.
Believe you. I saw Bill Haney tweet on July 13th, which is 2 days ago. Devin Haney doesn't need to drop anything first. Sign the 144-pound bout agreement or DHP moves on. And then you wrote, stop it, my part been signed. You see who I'm with. What do you mean by you see who I'm with?
I'm with Zuffa. They said, if you go listen to Bill said that Zuffa was the ones that want the deal. They are the people that want the fight to happen. So I'm going to sign with the people he was talking about.
And then you tweeted, trolling can only last so long. It's either me or Key, lose either way. Now make y'all decision. Are you referring to Keyshawn Davis?
Yeah.
So I can't find the part, but in general, I can't find a part, but he said, yeah, I'll give it to y'all want it. He just basically, so they ducking Key and they didn't want it. Dog, this they whole plan. Jay Prince don't have no confidence in them. Shakur don't have no confidence in himself. It's their whole plan. It's the whole plan. No confidence. No confidence. He just lied on this whole interview. And let y'all know something. Bill is the one that put the play in. Bill is the reason he got the Zuffa deal. Jay Prince ain't the reason he got that deal, bro. Bill was the one pitching Shakur and Devin and Zuffa. Bill is the main reason he got that Zuffa deal. Without Bill, he don't even get this deal. Real talk, he don't even get this deal without Bill. Real talk, he don't even get this deal without Bill. And that's word. That's real shit. That's real shit. He don't even get this deal without Bill. Bill the one that pitched him to Zuffa. Bill is the one that got him on Zuffa radar. And then what do they turn around and do? Bill tried to throw a play to Shakur. He tried to throw a play to Keyshawn. He said, we'll fight both of y'all. Y'all both will get paid. Bill told Keyshawn, hey, look here. He said, Keyshawn told Bill, you ain't gonna get to Shakur. He said, that's your job for us not to get to Shakur. Bill threw a play both ways. And did Shakur want to do it? No. Just keep it a B? No. He just sat here and lied this entire interview. Without Bill Haney doing what he did, he ain't even in this situation, bro. And then, they could be Keyshawn became the mandatory sometime late June, early August. We was talking about the fight before then. Then you start making concessions and all that stuff. He don't want to fight, bro. He don't want to fight. And that's just the God honest truth. He don't want to squabble. He lied through this whole, and it's unfortunate, bro. This motherfucker just be lying, bro. I mean, so I'll be looking for adversity. You know you don't look for adversity, bro. But he also had this. And then we'll finish cooking and I'll talk about a rumor I just got on my phone. Let's finish cooking. So he this is a shout out to him on this one, standing on business.
There's a million questions I have here. I'm fascinated by this, Shakur. I saw a photo shoot, you in the back after signing, and you're wearing the Zuffa gear.
Yeah. Yeah.
Are you now going to be wearing a uniform when you fight?
Nah, not at all. I'm gonna be putting on my own uniforms, and they may like help out or something if they on the designs if they want. But as far as like me, I'm putting on my own uniform. I already made that established when I talked with them. Okay,
I got to be honest. I was a bit devastated when I saw the video.
Yeah, that was like one of the first things I said. But man, I can't say nothing against like what they like. They like what they like. I like what I like. That's all.
But your gear is always so cool and it's personal, and you show, look at this. We can't stray away from this.
Nah, not at all. Not at all.
Okay. So that's one thing that a lot.
So that's a positive. I'm glad that he continues to wear his own uniform. Honestly, I think that's a great thing for him. I think that's a positive thing for him. Trying to look for the dog. Where's the dog? He got to use the bathroom again, man. Jesus. But yeah, I'm glad he get to wear his own uniform. So I think that's a great negotiation. And that Zuffa wear their uniform. That shit weak. Let people express themselves. If y'all want to put a patch on a nigga ass, put a patch on a nigga ass. But that shit's super weak. But he lied throughout this entire interview, bro. Real talk. He lied throughout this entire interview, dog. As soon as Devin was trying to negotiate with them 2 months before that, then they talking about Keyshawn, who said he don't care nothing about the belts. Then they push Keyshawn to have the belts. It's just, to me, if y'all can't see it, and there's people like, well, Shakur, I still think Shakur Stevenson, it will beat him. He don't believe he'd beat Devin Haney, because if you believe you're going to beat somebody, I mean, why you doing all this? Why you hiding behind little brother Keyshawn? You didn't hide behind Keyshawn when it came to Teofimo Lopez. You did not hide behind Keyshawn when it came to Teofimo Lopez. And tell me that I'm lying. You did not hide behind Ryan. You jumped in front of little bro and like a bulletproof vest and took the bullet known as Teofimo Lopez. That's the truth. Now all of a sudden, you nor Keyshawn want to get in the blender with Devin Haney. Neither one of y'all want to get in the blender with him. And now you talking about, he can beat Devin. If he can beat Devin, why do you need to fight at 144? Why can't you do what great fighters do and beat him at his weight class? If it's about skill, if weight don't matter, he said it. So that's what I say, man. This nigga ain't got he ain't fought nobody that's remotely close to a 50-50 fight, bro. And what's the sad thing about it? The guys they put in front of him, he hasn't blew them out the water. He's supposed to be blowing these dudes out the water. He's supposed to be blowing these dudes out the water. He's not beating these guys in spectacular fashion. Say what you want to say about Tank's opponent level, but Tank beat most of them opponents in spectacular fashion. Maybe besides a couple of them. Outside of the Jose Ramirez fight, Devin Haney took risks in all his fights. He's took the risk of dropping guys that's bigger than him. He's took the risk of trying to close the show. Got caught versus Linares, you know what I'm saying? But he took even versus Lomachenko down the stretch. He bit down and strapped his nuts on versus Lomachenko. And then you got a guy like Paulo Malignaggi trying to say, well, he beat older guys. No, you can't. And this is what they do to black fighters. They move the goalposts. You were sitting there talking about Lomachenko was going to beat Devin Haney. Age wasn't nothing but a number. After the fight, Lomachenko got old. And Top Rank said Lomachenko. It was all these lies told by Paulo Malignaggi, bro. That's the sign of being a female, when you can't admit defeat, when you can't admit that you were wrong and move on. That's it. Notice how they have no issue talking bad about Devin Haney. That's because he doesn't have a major promoter behind them to pay them to speak well. That's why when you see Matchroom fighters, fight on the zone, the commentary is so biased. Come here, man. The commentary is so biased. But you notice Sergio Mora called his best fight. Bro, are you by the door again? This motherfucker, man, I tell you. He getting on my nerves now. You know, that's why you see a Matchroom fighter. That's why when you see a Matchroom fighter, you know, fight on the zone, you hear the bias. But Sergio Mora had his best commentary performance when it was no Matchroom fighter in there, when it was Albert Bill and Abdullah Mason, that whole card, he was calling it fair straight down the middle. He was keeping it a bean that whole fight card. That was Sergio Mora's best commentating. And if that Sergio Mora show up every Saturday, I'm cool with it. You can tell they get in my opinion, allegedly they get a check from these promotional companies to call a biased fight. Just call it straight down the middle. But Shakur Stevenson, the more he talked, the more sucker shit he sound. He sound like a Keisha, smoke detector and all. He sound like a Keisha, bro. He sound like a real life Keisha, man. This dude is just he's a liar, bro. He's a liar. He's a fucking liar. This nigga literally jumped in front of Keyshawn for T.O., then hid behind Keyshawn, you know, when he came to Devin Haney. But y'all knew, he'll beat Devin Haney. He could beat Devin. If he could beat Devin Haney, why not go to 47? Why do all this to beat Devin Haney? Because you ain't heard one word about Keyshawn having to drop Shakur having to drop his WBO belt at 140, have you? Jay Prince is a sucker. The whole team is a sucker, man. I feel bad for Abdullah Mason for being over there with them suckers with Jay Prince. These niggas all suckers, bro. These niggas all suckers. This some sucker shit, bro. This ain't even no business shit. None of these niggas go.